It's time for live Oskaloosa Indians baseball on the No Coast Network. And now, live Oskaloosa Indians baseball action on the No Coast Network.
Under cloudy skies in Oskaloosa, we've got two baseball teams squaring off that are moving in opposite directions as the Oskaloosa Indians host the Knoxville Panthers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network. Oskaloosa coming off a win last night at Pella Christian by a score of 8-2. The Indians have now won 5 straight games. They've won 7 of their last 8. They are 10-4 overall, 7-3 in the Little Hawkeye Conference, and they're just one half game behind the conference leaders, Dallas Center Grimes. And by the way, it's going to be Dallas Center Grimes coming here on Thursday night. Knoxville has lost 5 in a row and 9 of their last 10, and the Panthers 4-18 on the season. They lost quite a few seniors from a team that won 30 games a year ago and got as far as the district championship game. So it's a little bit of rebuilding for Matt Miller and having some younger guys get their opportunities. And it's been a little bit hit and miss so far this season for the Knoxville Panthers. Oskaloosa has seen Knoxville already this season. They played a doubleheader at Knoxville back on May the 30th. And it was Oskaloosa winning that game, that doubleheader, 12-3 and 8-6. Tonight we have a couple of right-handers pitching. For Knoxville, it will be Kobe Marshall. He'll be making his first start of the season. And likewise for Oskaloosa, freshman Jarrett Zerwinski will make his first start of the 2019 campaign. Neither pitcher has a win or loss record. So we'll see what happens here, as this is part of another busy week for the Oskaloosa Indians. Assuming the weather holds out tomorrow, they will play a doubleheader at Grinnell, and then they'll be here to host Dallas Center Grimes in a single game on Thursday night. We'll come back and look at the starting lineups and our Craig Ford keys to the game when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Craig Ford has the lowest prices around on brand new Fords. And now when you purchase a new Craig Ford, we'll also give you a 65-inch 4K HD flat screen TV.
No extra charge.
Buy a Ford, get a flat screen at Craig Ford. And if you can bring me a deal I can't beat, I'll still give you the TV. Craig Ford in Oskaloosa, where you get the best deals on new Fords and a 65-inch HD TV.
Some limitations apply. See Craig Ford for details.
My name is Luke Harris, and I'm proud to be a local farmer. Partnering with Flight and State Bank helps me in my farming enterprise to make sound day-to-day decisions from a financial perspective, because they provide the financial stability and advice that I need to run my business the way it needs to be ran.
We all need help from time to time, especially during life's health transitions. Whether you're getting back on your feet or looking for a new place to call home, Care Initiatives is here. For over 25 years, we've helped Iowans maintain independence and quality of life. Rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice care. No matter what life brings, our team of experts are ready. Care Initiatives for life's health transitions.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs, from design to pre-press to printing and delivery, to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. Joe Lancilla with you as the Oskaloosa Indians host the Knoxville Panthers. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, for Knoxville, with a record of 4-18 on the season, Colton Jones will lead off and play shortstop. Batting second in left field is Mike Hudson. Batting third, the third baseman, Ben Olson. Hitting cleanup, right fielder Caleb Striegel. Batting fifth at second base, R.J. Roberts. Batting sixth for Knoxville is center fielder Carter Bailey. Batting seventh, the first baseman Kyle Ramsey. Hitting eighth, catcher Bodie Cox. And batting ninth, the designated hitter Logan Clark. And he will be batting for the pitcher Kobe Marshall. Marshall, no wins or losses, a 3.62 earned run average. Now for the Oskaloosa Indians. Leading off and playing right field will be Wyatt Creer. Batting second at second base, Ryan Yates. Hitting third, the center fielder, Tyler Miller. Batting fourth at first base, Colton Butler. Hitting fifth for the Indians is third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Cole Kraber. Batting seventh, pitcher Jarrett Zerwinski. Batting eighth, the catcher Charlie North. And batting ninth, shortstop Will Schultz. Oskaloosa coach Bill Allman's lineup: Creer, Yates, and Miller, Butler, Van Veldhuizen, and Kraber, Zerwinski, North, and Schultz. And pitching for Oskaloosa, Jarrett Zerwinski, a freshman. No wins or losses and a 3.32 earned run average. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. First key is that both teams like to run. Oskaloosa 45 of 53 in stolen bases. That's over 80%. Knoxville 33 of 37. That's close to 90%. So who can get on base and who can make things happen when they get on the bases? And another key being for Oskaloosa not to ease up because of the sweep on May the 30th at Knoxville when the Indians took both ends of a doubleheader there. If you remember, the Indians had a comfortable lead going into the bottom of the seventh inning, but then Knoxville scored 4 times to make it a close game, 8-6. In fact, Jarrett Zerwinski pitched in that game and needed help from Colton Butler to get the final out. In the final game, Zerwinski in that game had gone 1 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, just 1 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. Kind of a quiet schedule tonight for high school baseball and softball in the area. Other baseball games besides this one: EBF at East Marshall, Pella at Centerville, and Pekin at Highland. Softball tonight, the Oskaloosa girls are at Knoxville. That game should be getting underway in about 5 minutes or so. Pekin is at Highland, Grinnell at South Tama, Linville-Sully at PCM, and Moravia at Twin Cedars. And I'm just reminded, Moravia at Twin Cedars also on the baseball schedule for tonight. Indians coming off an 8-2 win over Pella Christian last night. Wyatt Creer had 3 hits and 4 at-bats in that game, scored a couple of runs. Tyler Miller with a triple and a single and 4 trips and 2 runs batted in. As Oskaloosa got their bats going early, the first 4 batters reached safely with hits. The 5th batter walked. And the Indians were also able to take advantage of an error and bat around in that first inning and score 4 times en route to an 8-2 victory. Tyler Miller getting the win. He went the first 2 2/3 innings in last night's game. Cole Kraber came on to pitch an inning and a third. Nick Dykstra 2 innings, and Wyatt Creer with a scoreless 7th.
Number 8 right fielder Colby Striegel. Caleb Striegel, sorry. Batting 5th.
Now the Knoxville starters being introduced here to a good crowd at Oskaloosa High School. Checking the standings in the Little Hawkeye Conference going into tonight. There are no conference games on tap. Dallas Center Grimes is in first at 7-2. Then it's Oskaloosa at 7-3. Indianola is next at 6-3. Then we have Norwalk and Grinnell tied for fourth at 5-4. Pella Christian is 5-5. They're in sixth place. And we do have a pitching change for Knoxville. It is going to be Blaze Hubler getting the start. Kobe Marshall was the scheduled starter, but Coach Matt Miller telling me that Marshall had a funeral to attend, and he would get here as quickly as he could. He is here and is in uniform, but apparently not quick enough to get warmed up, so Blaze Hubler, a junior, will come in. He's got a record of 0-2 and in 5.48 earned run average. So junior Blaze Hubler will be getting the start instead of Kobe Marshall. We could see Marshall later on in the game, but again, because of a family commitment, Marshall wasn't able to get here to the game on time. We'll be ready for the Oskaloosa Indians and Knoxville Panthers. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Keep up to date on what's going on at the Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa by joining our text club today. Simply text QPM to 64600. You will receive reminders of our sidewalk sales and other events. Also, when you join our text club, you will be entered for a chance to win a gift certificate. So join our text club today. Text QPM to 64600 and don't forget to like us on Facebook. We'll see you at the Quincy Place Mall at 1110 North Quincy Avenue in Ottumwa.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Staying healthy has just gotten quicker and easier. Pella Regional Health Center's walk-in clinic is there when you need it. And now you can reserve your spot with convenient online reservations. Goodbye waiting room. Hello walk-in reservations. Go to www.pellahealth.org/walk-in to reserve your spot at Pella Regional's walk-in clinic. Pella Regional Health Center, providing healthcare and healing services with Christian compassion.
Hello, this is Wade Davidson, owner of Rock Island Tap, and I want to invite you to come down and check out the tap. We are excited to offer you 59 various beer selections, including 24 craft and domestic beers. We not only offer unique beers, but we can get you mixed drinks, wine, and my famous vodka and Jameson Bloody Marys. We are looking forward to offering lots of events and live music. You're going to want to keep updated on all activities and live music, so be sure to like us on Rock Island Tap Facebook page or call 641-676-ROCK for more information. Come on down to the Rock Island Tap, relax, and enjoy a few with us.
And we are back at Oskaloosa High School. Right-hander Jarrett Zerwinski taking his warm-up tosses. The freshman 0-0, a 3.32 earned run average. This will be his third game of the season, his first start for the varsity. He's pitched 6 1/3 innings, given up 8 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned, walked 4, and struck out 5. And opposing batters hitting .308 off him. Indians most likely saving their ace pitchers Ryan Yates and Colton Butler for the games coming up Wednesday and Thursday. We have overcast skies here in Oskaloosa. Not much of a breeze at all. The flag holding very limp outside the left field foul pole. There was a chance of rain in the forecast tonight. That's now been pushed back to the overnight hours. But it's also possible that Wednesday is going to be a really rainy day. So those 2 games in Grinnell may not be played tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But right now, Knoxville at Oskaloosa about to square off. Shortstop Colton Jones will stand in. Right-hand batter, a junior, hitting .329, no home runs, 9 runs batted in. Looking for his first extra base hit of the year. Zerwinski's first pitch low in the dirt, ball 1. Charlie North catching for Oskaloosa tonight. Colton Butler at first base, Ryan Yates at second, Isaac Schultz at short, and Noah Van Veldhuizen at third. Zerwinski deals, swing and a foul down the first baseline. Count evens 1-1. Indians in the outfield, Cole Kraber in left, Tyler Miller in center, and Wyatt Creer in right field. Indians shallow in the outfield. Straight away. The 1-1 to Jones. Off-speed pitch, caught the inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Colton Jones will be followed by left fielder Mike Hudson and third baseman Ben Olsen in the top of the first inning for Knoxville. Another off-speed pitch. This is swung on and driven into left field for a base hit. Kraber has a couple of hops and a leadoff single for Colton Jones.
Panther left fielder, number 11, Mike Hudson.
This brings up the left fielder Mike Hudson, a left-handed hitter. Hudson batting .343, no home runs, 11 runs batted in, 2 doubles and a triple on the year. Jones at first, 8 of 9 as a base stealer. Getting a good lead. Hudson with a bunt. Fielded by Zerwinski. He'll throw wild to first base. Jones is going to third. And coming around, and now gets the stop sign as he had gone about a couple of steps around third. And Hudson is going to go to second.
Hudson safe on there. Runners at second, third.
Hudson gets credit for a sacrifice, but a throwing error by Zerwinski puts it runners at second and third with nobody out. And this brings up the third baseman, Ben Olsen. Olsen, a junior, hitting .348, 4 home runs, 20 runs batted in. First pitch, caught the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. So the Indians in an early jam. Van Veldhuizen moving in onto the grass as the ball comes in, and the next pitch is outside, 1-1. In left field, Kraber playing close to the line, so the Indians giving up a lot of room in left center. Here's a swing and a drive into left field. Kraber going back, and that will hit the fence on a bounce. 2 runs are in, a double for Olsen, and Knoxville take a 2-0 lead.
Olsen with the 2-run double.
Ben Olsen with RBI number 21 and 22 on the year, his second double of the year. Jones scored from third, Hudson from second, and it's a quick 2-0 hole for Oskaloosa. Now this brings up the right fielder Caleb Striegel, a senior, batting .254, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. And the first pitch, low, ball 1. Olsen 6 of 6 as a base stealer. So he may be a threat to go. Striegel, right-hand batter, stands close to home plate. Olsen is going. Here's a swing and a bunt. It is right to the pitcher, who will throw to first for the sacrifice and the out. This time the Indians make it work defensively, and Olsen will go to third. Give Striegel credit for a sacrifice, 1-3, pitcher to first. That's the first out on the top of the first, and this brings up second baseman R.J. Roberts. The senior batting .217, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. Zerwinski's first pitch, low and away, ball 1. 3 of Roberts' 5 runs batted in came in the second game of the doubleheader against Oskaloosa back in May. Bases clearing double in the bottom of the 7th. Inside pitch, and it hit him.
Roberts hit by pitch.
So Roberts will go to first. Olsen stays at third. And Jared Zerwinski having a rough time here in the opening inning. 2 runs in already. And now Knoxville with runners on first and third and just 1 out. This will bring in the center fielder Carter Bailey, a junior hitting .229, 1 home run, 7 runs batted in, 4 doubles on the season. Roberts on first is 6 of 6 as a base stealer. Doesn't go this time. Pitches low in the dirt, ball one. Nice block by the catcher, Charlie North. Bailey, a right-hand batter. Again, close to the batter's box. Roberts goes. Here's a swing and a foul out of play to the right, and the count goes 1-1. And R.J. Roberts has to go back to first. Indians pretty much straight away. Tyler Miller in center field, a couple of steps over toward left center. Bailey back in, the 1-1 pitch. Roberts goes again, pitches outside and goes through the catcher North, and this will go all the way to the backstop. Olson will go all the way home, and now a throw to third base, and Roberts is there safely.
Well, Pitt scores on advance to third. Still one out.
Give Roberts credit for a stolen base, and he advances to third on the wild pitch. Olson scores to make it 3-0 Knoxville in the top of the first inning. Still one out and a runner on third. The count 2-1 on Carter Bailey. Indians pull the infield in. Here's a swing and a miss by Bailey. Count evens 2-2. First baseman Kyle Ramsey on deck for Knoxville. Zerwinski out of the stretcher with a runner on third. Off-speed pitch outside, 3-2. Again, a nice block by Charlie North. Zerwinski with a look at third. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled out of here to the right, and the count holds at 3-2. Knoxville doing just what Oskaloosa did last night to Pella Christian. Starting early. First three men reaching safely, and all three have scored so far. Roberts on third, 3-2 pitch. That is strike three called. Bailey slams his bat down as he goes back to the dugout. That's two down for Knoxville in the top of the first. Roberts still the runner on third. This brings up the first baseman, Kyle Ramsey. Ramsey, a junior, .222 average, no home runs, 4 runs batted in. First pitch from Zerwinski, a swing and a miss, strike one. Kraber in left field a little bit deep compared to Miller in center and Creer in right. Swinging a foul at the plate. Count goes 0-2 on Kyle Ramsey. Catcher Bodie Cox on deck for Knoxville as the Panthers look to add to their 3-0 lead. 0-2 pitch inside. Ramsey was able to duck away from that, and the count goes 1-2. Roberts, the runner on third. Not much of a lead. Now he's going to go. Swing and a foul at the plate. The coach, Matt Miller, made sure just before that pitch that Ramsey was paying attention to his signs. So it looked like they had the idea for a squeeze on. 1-2 for Ramsey. This one goes right through the legs of North all the way to the backstop. Roberts will score to make it 4-0 in favor of Knoxville. Second wild pitch of the inning. And it's 4-0 now for Knoxville. Ramsey with a 2-2 count, nobody on base now. And that pitch is high, 3-2. Zerwinski with some struggles here in the opening inning. The 3-2 to Ramsey. Swung on, fouled into the screen. 2 hits, an error and a sacrifice, and a hit batter. And that's what led to the 4 Knoxville runs here in the top of the first. Payoff pitch again is fouled out to the right, and we're still at 3-2. Zerwinski looking to finish this inning, and not yet he won't, as the pitch is high ball 4. First walk Zerwinski has allowed. This brings up the catcher, Bodie Cox. He'll be the 8th man to bat this inning for Knoxville. And there is a little activity in the Oskaloosa bullpen. Kill Bollinger, our right-hander, is throwing. Ramsey off first, and the first pitch to Cox is in for a strike. Cox, a sophomore, hitting .087, no home runs, 8 runs batted in. Right-hand batter against the right-hander Zerwinski. Swung on, hit high in the air to the right side in foul territory. First baseman Colton Butler has it to retire the side. Knoxville scored 4 times on 2 hits. There was 1 Oskaloosa error and 1 runner left. After a half inning, it's Knoxville 4, Oskaloosa nothing. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
Why is Seafirst Credit Union growing so fast? Because Andy got a great rate on his new truck for him and his best buddy. Because Derek and Stephanie's checking account includes opportunities to qualify for some serious cash. And Matt joined Seafirst because his best friends recommended it. And they were right about sushi. It all adds up. Save with us, borrow with us, grow with us. Because together is better.
Oskaloosa with some work to do. They trail 4-0 after a half inning. But there's plenty of time for the Indians, and now they will face right-hander Blaze Hubler. Who was replacing the originally announced starter, Kobe Marshall. Hubler is a junior. This will be his 8th game of the season and his 3rd start. No wins, 2 losses, a 5.48 earned run average. Hubler in 15 1/3 innings has given up 25 hits, 23 runs, just 12 of them earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 5, and opponents batting .305 against him. One issue for Knoxville is their defense. They've committed 61 errors coming into tonight. That's in 22 games, almost 3 a game. Now Wyatt Creer, the right fielder, looks at an off-speed pitch outside for ball 1. Wyatt hitting .429 on the year. No home runs, 11 runs batted in, 5 doubles on the season. Left-hand batter against the right-hander Hubler. And the next pitch low 2-0. Creer, Ryan Yates, and Tyler Miller to bat for Oskaloosa in the bottom of the 1st. Another off-speed offering is hitting the air to left field. Coming in a couple of steps is the left fielder Mike Hudson to make the grab for out number 1. This will bring up second baseman Ryan Yates for the Indians. Ryan, a senior, hitting .279, 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. He's got 3 doubles on the year. Striegel in right field is a little bit shallow for the right-handed batting Yates. And Ryan looks at strike 1. Bodie Cox is the catcher for Knoxville. Kyle Ramsey's at first base. R.J. Roberts at 2nd. Colton Jones at short. Ben Olsen at 3rd. Hubler's 0-1. In for a strike, 0-2. The outfield for Knoxville, left to right, Mike Hudson, Carter Bailey, and Caleb Striegel. The 0-2. Low 1-2. The pitches we've seen so far from Hubler, not terribly fast. Could be a little bit for the Indians to adjust their timing. Here's a swing and a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman Roberts up with it, throws to first, and he's got him. It looked like it was going to get through up the middle, but Roberts, the second baseman, moving toward the bag, was able to scoop it up and get the throw in time to first for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down for Oskaloosa in the bottom of the first. This brings up center fielder Tyler Miller. Tyler, a junior, hitting .395. 1 home run, 9 runs batted in. 1 double and 2 triples on the year. And he hit one of those triples last night against Bella Christian. First pitch in on the outside corner for a strike. Miller, a right-handed batter against the right-hander Hubler. Here's a bunt by Tyler, foul back into the screen, 0-2. First baseman Colton Butler on deck for Oskaloosa. Indians down 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. Here's a swing and a drive into left center field, and going back is a center fielder, and it's going to go up against the wall. Miller is at second, and he'll put on the brakes there. Tyler Miller with his second double of the year, and the Indians get their first base runner of the evening with 2 out. This will bring up first baseman Colton Butler, a left-hand hitter. Colton hitting .324 on the year, no home runs, 7 runs batted in, 6 doubles on the season. Hubler from the first time will work from the stretch. And his first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Colton also leads the Indians in walks with 13. He's got a very above average on base percentage of .511. The 1-0 caught the outside corner 1-1. That means that he's getting on base via a hit or a walk or hit by pitch more than half the time he comes to the plate. Tyler Miller, short lead off second, swung and a ground ball foul down the first baseline, and the count goes 1-2 to Colton Butler. Bailey in center field, a couple of steps over toward right center. Striegel, the right fielder, close to the line. Hubler with a look at second. The 1-2, off-speed pitch, high 2-2. Indians gave up 4 runs to Knoxville in the top of the first. They've got a runner on second with 2 out now. The 2-2 to Butler. That's low and away, 3-2. Third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen on deck for the Indians. Miller runs, and the pitch is outside. They'll throw to third, but no matter because it's ball 4. But Miller will get a stolen base. And Butler on first with a walk, so the Indians now with runners at the corners. And 2 down. This brings up third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen. And for Tyler Miller, that's his 9th stolen base of the year in 12 tries. Now Van Veldhuizen, the right-handed hitting third baseman, Noah hitting .268 on the year. 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Hubler out of the stretch. Right-hand batter swung on, hit high in the air into right field. The right finder, Striegel, struggled to find it a little bit, but he makes the grab to retire the side. Oskaloosa, no runs in the first. 1 hit, 1 walk. They leave 2 after 1 inning. It's Knoxville 4, Oskaloosa nothing. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Fred's Muffler Shop in Oskaloosa has been a family-owned and operated business for over 55 years and is proud to support our community and the student athletes in it. Fred's Muffler provides their customers with bumper-to-bumper quality work done with hometown dependability and competitive prices. Come see what's new at Fred's Muffler Shop in the brand new showroom located at 1214 A Avenue West in Oskaloosa.
Water is more than just a source of life. We have fun with it, clean with it, grow with it, save lives with it. How water gets to us is rarely ever thought about. But at Clow Valve Company, water is never taken for granted. We design and build some of the most advanced water valves and hydrants in the world from one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest facilities in the United States. Clow Valve Company, it's more.
Knoxville start the top of the second, leading Oskaloosa 4-0. The number 9 hitter, Logan Clark, the designated hitter, stands in against Oskaloosa right-hander Jared Zerwinski. Swing of the first pitch, grounded past first baseman Butler into right field. The right fielder Creer trying to get a quick pickup and maybe throw to first to retire the batter, but they can't quite pull that off. And Clark has a leadoff single, third hit of the day for the Panthers. Clark came in hitting .206, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. Now the top of the order and shortstop Colton Jones, who singled and scored in the opening inning. Zerwinski from the stretch, pitches low, ball 1. Butler holding with the runner Clark at first. Indians a bit shallow in the outfield. Now Zerwinski stepped off. Clark with the lead off first, the 1-0, low 2-0. Noah Van Veldhuizen at third base for Oskaloosa, looking for the bunt. He's up on the edge of the grass. Zerwinski's 2-0, bunted foul at the plate, 2-1. Left fielder Mike Hudson on deck for Knoxville. Panthers up 4-0 here in the top of the second. Here's a bunt, and it will go foul down the third baseline, and the count goes 2-2. It was a nice bunt, but it kind of stayed on the grass and then just rolled foul. That's an interesting feature of the ballpark here at Oskaloosa High School, is that the baselines from home to first and also from third to home are all grass. There's no dirt except for the circle around home plate, of course, and the infield. That might have helped that ball go foul a little bit too. You never know. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. A throw to second as the runner is going, and that'll go into center field. Clark will hold there. He'll have a stolen base. Jones is down on strikes. That's 1 out in the top of the second. And that'll bring up left fielder Mike Hudson, who had a sacrifice bunt, but he was able to reach base on a throwing error by the pitcher Zerwinski, and Hudson later went around to score. Clark the runner on second, 1 down, top of the first. Hudson, the left-handed batter, stands in. Slightly closed stance. And a swing and a ball hit in the air out of play to the left. Strike 1. Indians trying to complete a season sweep of Knoxville. And actually the Indians beat the Panthers all 3 times they met last season. Zerwinski a look at second. The 0-1, swinging a liner, foul, just foul down the first baseline. Hudson with a really good rip, and that would have been extra bases. But the count now 0-2. So the Indians getting a break there. The 0-2 swung on, soft liner. Yates at second, able to pick it up. His throw not in time. So Hudson with an infield single, and Clark will advance to third. So runners at first and third for Knoxville with just one out was a soft liner toward the bag. Ryan made a good run for the ball, was able to get it, and his throw to first would not have been on time. The throw was to the home plate side of first. But Hudson, who runs pretty well, able to beat it out. Now third baseman Ben Olsen stands in. He had a 2-run double his first time up. Swing and a foul out of play to the right, strike one. Olsen now 22 RBI on the season to lead the Panthers. And that was his second double of the year. He's also got a triple and 4 home runs. Hudson, the runner at first, a swing, and they'll throw it to the shortstop Miller, hoping to maybe catch Clark trying to make a move off third. So Hudson will have a stolen base, his third of the season, in 3 tries. So Knoxville runners at second and third with just one out. 0-2 to Olsen. Swing and a foul into the screen, count holds at 1-2. Van Veldhuizen on the edge of the grass at third. Rest of the Indians infield, double play depth. Ryan Yates moving up a step now with the pitch. And strike 3 called. Zerwinski's third strikeout of the day. That's 2 down in the top of the second. This will bring up the cleanup hitter, Caleb Striegel, who had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Knoxville with 4 runs in the first inning. They're threatening here with runners on second and third and 2 out. First pitch to Striegel is outside, ball 1. Second baseman R.J. Roberts on deck. The 1-0 swung on in line. Miller, the shortstop, couldn't come up with it. Goes in the left field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Hudson around to score. And that will make it 6-0. Caleb Striegel with a 2-run single to left. His 6th and 7th runs batted into the season. Clark scores from third. Hudson from second.
Number 1, second baseman R.J. Roberts.
And it's now a 6-0 lead for Knoxville. And more activity in the Oskaloosa bullpen. Cale Bollinger starting to warm up again. And pickoff throw to first off the tip of the glove of Butler and goes into foul territory in right field. Striegel will go to second. He'll make the turn and go into third and get there standing up. That was a high pickoff throw. And it went off the tip of Colton Butler's glove and went into foul territory. That will get Striegel all the way to third. And R.J. Roberts still waiting for his first pitch. Here it comes. Had a duck away. No, it did hit him. So Roberts hit for the second time today. And those are the only 2 hit by pitches allowed by Jared Zerwinski. And Oskaloosa coach Bill Ullman comes to the mound. And we may have a pitching change. And Zerwinski is coming out of the game to be replaced by right-hander Cale Bollinger. So we'll take a break for the pitching change. We're in the top of the second inning. Knoxville with 2 runs in, runners on first and third, and a 6-0 lead over Oskaloosa. We're back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
For all your home and business pest management needs, call Certified Pest Control of Oskaloosa. Beth and I offer better prices, better service, same-day responses, and satisfaction guaranteed. We are the only pest control company locally owned and operated. Remember, termites on your property will lead to wood structural damage. So call now for your termite inspection and ask about termite pre-treatment of new construction. We also offer bed bug heat treatments. For seasonal or monthly pest control at the guaranteed lowest prices in the area, call Certified Pest Control, 641-295-0700. We are licensed to kill.
Hi, Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Amber Coffey.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. For sound financial advice, contact your local Edward Jones professional today. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Cale Bollinger has come into the game for Oskaloosa, and this is his first pitching performance of the 2019 season. Bollinger, a sophomore, comes in for Jared Serwinski. Here's a half swing and a miss. And on the play, Roberts was running, and he will steal second base, his second steal of the day. So Knoxville again, runners on second and third for center fielder Bailey Carter, who looks at a pitch in there for a strike 0-2. Carter struck out his first time up. Zerwinski, an inning and 2/3. He's given up 5 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. He's hit 2 batters, 6 runs allowed so far. Oh, outside pitch, well outside. A diving stop by catcher Charlie North to keep that from going to the backstop. And the count now 1-2 to Carter Bailey. 6 runs allowed so far by Zerwinski. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base. The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Indians in a 6-0 hole here in the top of the second. Striegel on third, Roberts on second with 2 down. The 2-2 pitch, off-speed pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice shot by Bollinger to end the top of the second, but not before Knoxville scored twice. On 3 hits, there was 1 Oskaloosa error and 2 left. The Panthers have stranded 3 after an inning and a half. It's Knoxville 6, Oskaloosa nothing. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa and the No Coast Network.
Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia is dedicated to providing their customers with friendly service. Falvey Lumber and Hardware values your business and has made it their mission to provide reliable products and services with their customer-driven approach. Falvey's courteous professional team is able to support a range of services to meet your requirements. Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia. In Eddyville, call 969-4814 or Albia 932-2150.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge at kineticedgept.com.
Oskaloosa down 6-0. After an inning and a half, the Indians come to bat in their half of the second with left fielder Cole Kraber, the pitcher Cale Bollinger, and catcher Charlie North. A 6-0 lead now for Blaze Hubler, and the first pitch outside for ball 1. Kraber, a senior, hitting .293, 1 homer, 5 runs batted in. Right-hand batter ducks away from an inside pitch, 2-0. Zerwinski, the final line, inning and 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, with a walk and 2 strikeouts. And the 2-0 pitch in for a strike, 2-1 to Cole Kraber. Right-hand batter stands tall in the box. Looks at a pitch, low, 3-1. I'm sure Knoxville coach Matt Miller thinking and saying that when you've got a 6-0 lead, you don't want to fool around. Here's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Count goes full to Kraber, 3-2. Just throw strikes, let him hit the ball, but not to the point that you're throwing batting practice speed. Next pitch is ball 4 outside, so Kraber with a leadoff walk. Second walk by Hubler so far. And this brings up Cale Bollinger, batting in the number 7 spot for the starting pitcher Zerwinski. Bollinger 0 for 3 on the season with a run scored. Right-hand batter stands in, but time called as Hubler steps off the mound, and Kraber retreats to first. He's got a good lead, and Cole 6 of 8 as a base stealer. Hubler out of the stretch. Pitch is outside. 1-0. Nice pick by the catcher, Bodie Cox. And now Coach Matt Miller of Knoxville is going to come out to the mound to have a conference. He may be saying what I thought he was going to say. And now we do have activity in the Knoxville bullpen. The pitcher is facing us, so I can't tell his number. It could be Kobe Marshall, who was originally scheduled to start. As I had mentioned earlier, he had a family commitment and was not able to be here to come to the ballpark with his teammates. He was the originally scheduled starting pitcher, but got here a little bit late for that. So Coach Miller's talk may have been also just as much to give a little more time for the relief pitcher to throw. Kraber, the runner on first. 1-0 pitch to Bollinger. There's a throw to first, and Kraber dives back in safely. Ramsey, the first baseman, holding with the runner Kraber at first. Runner goes, pitches outside for ball 2. Throw to second is not in time. And Cole Kraber has his 7th stolen base of the year. The pitch was in the outside part of the plate. And that pitch was actually called a strike as Bollinger with a swing at it, and the count is 1-1. Here's a swing, a foul out of here to the right, and the count goes 1-2. On paper, you may have thought that Oskaloosa would be favored here, having swept Knoxville in a doubleheader last month. But then again, that's why they play these games on grass and not on paper. Hubler's 1-2 swung on, hit sharply to the third baseman. Olsen will look the runner back to second. Throw to first for the out. Now the throw back to third goes wild. And here comes Kraber in to score. The Indians are on the board, cutting the gap to 6-1.
Ground out the third, first out inning. Kraber scores.
5-3 for Bollinger, and Kraber went to third on the ground out, but a throwing error by the first baseman, Ramsey, trying to get Kraber thrown out at third. The throw went wild, and the Indians got a run on the board as Kraber was able to get back up and come around home plate. Now the catcher, Charlie North, looks at an off-speed pitch, high ball 1. Nobody on base for the Indians with 1 out, but they've got a run on the board. North, the freshman catcher, the right-hander, looks at an off-speed pitch in for strike 1-1. Charlie hitting .275 on the year. No home runs, 10 runs batted in. North 1 for 1 with a sac fly and a walk last night against Pella Christian. Next off-speed pitch caught the inside corner. Nice curveball, caught the inside corner. One-two pitch, well outside 2-2. Blaze Hubler does not throw particularly fast. The 2-2. Curve sails outside 3-2. Knoxville playing North straight away. 3-2 pitch fouled off at the plate. Count holds at 3-2. Shortstop Will Schultz on deck for the Indians. They trail 6-1 to Knoxville. Bottom of the second. Payoff pitch, low ball 4. And that's the third walk that Hubler has given up. And he's allowed just one hit. This will bring up shortstop Will Schultz. The freshman hitting 121, 4 for 33 on the season. 1 home run, 2 runs batted in.
Number 12, Carson Jensko.
Carson Jensko will be the courtesy runner at first base for the catcher North. The bullpen activity for Knoxville has stopped. Schultz, the right-hand batter. Jensko with his lead off first. He'll dive back to first and get back there safely as Hubler throws to first. Hubler out of the stretch. First pitch outside. And Jensko, the runner, got a little bit too far, and he's out. Bodie Cox caught Jensko off first. He'd gotten a little bit too far off his lead, and that is the second out of the inning. Carson, a freshman, growing pains. 1-0 pitch is high in the air to center field. Bailey coming over into left center, makes the grab to retire the side. The Indians get a run without a hit. They did have 2 walks, and there was an error. Nobody left. After 2 innings, it's Knoxville 6, Oskaloosa 1. Back in a minute, this is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Oskaloosa Vision Center's hometown doctors have strong roots in Oskaloosa and are dedicated to serving the community. We use state-of-the-art equipment to provide high-quality, professional eye care through comprehensive eye exams, medical care for eye infection and disease treatment, as well as emergency aid and pre- and post-operative care. With our large variety of prescription glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses, we strive to meet the needs of all patients, from newborn to adult. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Last year, the Bank Iowa team completed almost 9,000 community service hours. Oofta! That's more hours than a year contains. It's refreshing to see a bank that cares. That's actually why I chose to bank with Bank Iowa. They're a local bank that invests in community, and the community that matters most is the one that we're both a part of. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn more about our personal, commercial, and agricultural banking services, or go online to bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After 2 innings, Knoxville 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Oskaloosa a run, 1 hit, and 2 errors. Cale Bollinger will be on the mound to start his first full inning of work, with the Indians trailing the Knoxville Panthers 6-1. Knoxville with the bottom third of their batting order coming up. And the first pitch to Kyle Ramsey, the first baseman, sails outside for ball 1. Ramsey walked his first time up. Right-hand batter. Slightly open stance. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Golfed high in the air. And it'll be the second baseman Yates on the grass, making the grab for out number 1. That was one of those that was hit more high than far. Now the catcher Bodie Cox stands in. He fouled to the first baseman Butler his first time up. Knoxville in their road uniforms, gray shirts with black numbers and letters, black and gold trim, black pants trimmed in gold and white, and also wearing gray caps with a black bill. First pitch to Cox is high ball 1. Cox will be followed by the designated hitter Logan Clark in the top of the third. 1-0 pitch, missed 2-0. Miller a couple of steps over toward left center. Indians maybe a step in from regular depth in the outfield. 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit high in the air to right field. Moving to the line is Wyatt Creer, and he'll have the catcher out number 2. This brings up designated hitter Logan Clark, who singled and scored in the second inning. Knoxville with 4 in the first, 2 in the second. So far, nothing here in the third. And they lead Oskaloosa 6-1. Knoxville trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. First pitch to Clark, outside, ball one. Oskaloosa trying to extend a 5-game winning streak. And the Indians trail 6-1 here, top of 3. The right-hander from Bollinger just missed high, 2-0. Indians with a doubleheader at Grinnell tomorrow night, weather permitting. No broadcast of that game. We will be here on Thursday night when Dallas Inter Grimes comes in for a 7:30 game. 2-0 pitch, low, 3-0. And if everybody is able to get their games in tomorrow night, we'll see if the Indians still have Dallas Inter Grimes in their sights. Dallas Inter Grimes at 7-2. Oskaloosa next at 7-3 in the conference. 3-0 pitch in for a strike, 3-1. As Bollinger, the right-hander, to the right-hander Clark. High ball 4. First walk allowed by Cale Bollinger. Clark, the runner on first with 2 down. This brings up shortstop Colton Jones. Singled and scored in the first, struck out in the second inning. Butler at first holding with Clark, who does not have a stolen base this season. First pitch, missed, ball 1. Bollinger look at second, runner goes to second. The throw is a rainbow, and they got him. Ryan Yates had to get to second base from the right-hand side of the infield. He got to the bag in time to get the throw, and he got there before Logan Clark did. 2-4 on the caught stealing to retire the side. Knoxville on the top of the third, nothing across after 2.5. Knoxville 6, Oskaloosa 1. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Your station for classic hits and local programming is 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Hear artists like Hart, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Journey, and many more. KMZN is also where you'll find the game of the week. Wake up with Bob's Morning Brew weekdays at 6 a.m. and catch Brother Dave in the afternoon. It's all on 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Listen online at radiokmzn.com and with the free smartphone app available at Google Play and the iStore.
Oskaloosa with the top of their batting order here in the bottom of the third inning as they trail Knoxville 6-1. Right fielder Wyatt Creer with a swing and a foul at the plate, strike 1. Wyatt flied to left his first time out. Creer followed by second baseman Ryan Yates and shortstop Tyler Miller. In the bottom of the third with Oskaloosa trailing Knoxville 6-1. Blaze Hubler, the right-hander, deals outside 1-1. Olson at third is up on the grass. So he's expecting a bunt. The 1-1. Swinging a foul at the plate, 1-2. Striegel in right field, a little bit shallow toward the right field line. Wyatt's got 5 doubles on the year, so he may run the risk of having the ball hit over his head. Here's a swing and a drive into left center field for a base hit, and that is going to go close to the wall. The center fielder Bailey runs it down. The throw to second is not in time, and Creer with a leadoff double. That almost went to the wall. Bailey with a nice job coming in to cut that ball off before it could go to the wall. And Creer with his 6th double of the year. So the Indians, for the second straight inning, get the leadoff man on. This will bring up second baseman Ryan Yates. Swung on, hit high in the air to center field. Coming in is Bailey, the center fielder, and he can't find it. The ball drops in. Creer has to hold his ground at second because he didn't know if that ball would be caught or not. So Yates with a single, the Indians with men on first and second to start the bottom of the third as they look to cut into their 6-1 deficit. Now Tyler Miller, the center fielder, stands in. He doubled in the opening inning, also had a stolen base, but was left stranded at third. Blaze Hubler out of the stretch. First pitch to Miller, in for a strike. Kobe Marshall, the originally scheduled starting pitcher, is throwing behind the Knoxville dugout. So he may be called in case Hubler gets in any more trouble. The 0-1 bunted high in the air but foul down the first base side, and the count goes 0-2 to Tyler Miller. Indian softball team in Knoxville tonight to take on the Panthers in a single game, making up a game that had been postponed last month. Creer on second, Yates at first. Knoxville not holding with Yates at first. Here's a swing and a drive into right center field for a base hit. Here is Creer around third. He will come in to score. Yates will pull in at third. An RBI single for Tyler Miller, and the Indians make it a 6-2 game. Tyler with his 10th run batted into the season. So the first three batters in the bottom of the third reach safely for Oskaloosa. And Coach Matt Miller of Knoxville comes to the mound, and you wonder if this will be it for Blaze Hubler. Marshall is still throwing behind the third base dugout. Miller is still talking to his team, and the home plate umpire saying, all right, boys, break it up. And it seemed like it's all conversation and no movement to make a change. So Hubler is going to stay on. With nobody out in the bottom of the third, the Indians have a run in, and runners on first and third with nobody out, and the cleanup batter, first baseman Colton Butler, stands in. Butler walked his first time up. Knoxville holding with Miller at first. Hubler throws to first, and Tyler Miller dives back safely. Travis Miller coaching at first base for Oskaloosa, with Bill Allman, the head coach, over at third. Hubler to Butler. Low ball one. Tyler Miller runs, and they will not throw to second. They'll concede the stolen base. Tyler's second of the day and 10th of the season. And it's 1-0 to Butler, with the Indians 2 men in scoring position now. Swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch, 1-1. Hubler throws slow and slower. And not that there's anything wrong with that. If you can mess up the batter's timing, good for you. The 1-1 to Butler. Swing and tapped foul down the first base side, 1-2. Third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen on deck for the Indians. Knoxville 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Oskaloosa 1 in the second, 1 here in the third. Still runners on second and third, nobody out. The 1-2 to Butler, outside 2-2. Hubler has not thrown any wild pitches yet. That could be another way for the Indians to move some runners along. The 2-2 to Butler. Swung on, hit high in the air to right field. Going back, and it hit the base of the wall. 2 runs are in. Butler is into second with a double, and it's now a 6-4 game. Colton Butler with his 7th double of the year on a ball that just hit the base of the wall. Another few feet higher, and that would have been out of here. Yates scores from third. Tyler Miller from second. 3 runs here in the third for Oskaloosa. And the Indians cut the gap to 6-4, and now they have the tying run at the plate with nobody out. Noah Van Veldhuizen, the third baseman, stands in. First pitch low and away, ball 1. Noah flying to ride his first time up. Hubler out of the stretch. The 1-0. Swung on, driven into left field for a base hit. Butler is around third, and this ball is going to go to the wall. Butler will score. Van Veldhuizen will pull into second, and the Indians have made it a 6-5 game. And still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Van Veldhuizen, his 5th double of the year, 11th run batted in. Butler scores from second. And Coach Matt Miller of Knoxville is coming out to the mound, and we will see a pitching change. Right-hander Kobe Marshall is going to come on to throw for the Knoxville Panthers. We'll take a break. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Oskaloosa with 4 runs in, a runner on second, and no one out. And they trail Knoxville 6-5. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Hey, did you know there's a great way to shop your local businesses and save money? It's called Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo. You'll find gift certificates at discounted prices from businesses like your Oskaloosa Hy-Vee, Mahaska Drug, Brown Shoe Fit, Nailed It, Book Vault, and many more Oskaloosa and area businesses. Shop local and save big at Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo to start saving today.
Craig Ford has the lowest prices around on brand new Fords. And now when you purchase a new Craig Ford, we'll also give you a 65-inch 4K HD flat screen TV.
No extra charge.
Buy a Ford, get a flat screen at Craig Ford. And if you can bring me a deal I can't beat, I'll still give you the TV. Craig Ford in Oskaloosa, where you get the best deals on new Fords and a 65-inch HD TV.
Some limitations apply. See Craig Ford for details.
Right-hander Kobe Marshall is the new pitcher for Knoxville. He'd been originally scheduled to start, but had to attend a family funeral and got to the game here late. So Coach Matt Miller decided to put Blaze Hubler on the mound to start the game. And now Marshall comes in relief in the third. This is Marshall's 7th game of the year. He's gone 9 2/3 innings, no wins or losses. Giving up 10 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 9, has a 3.62 earned run average. And opposing batters hitting .213 off him. Van Veldhuizen on second with nobody out. 4 runs in this inning already for Oskaloosa. They've cut the gap to 6-5. As left fielder Cole Kraber stands in with a bunt foul at the plate for strike 1. Cole walked, stole second, and came in to score on a throwing error by the first baseman Ramsey. Kraber, the go-ahead run rather. Van Veldhuizen on second is the tying run. The right-hander Marshall from the stretch deals low 1-1. The first 5 Oskaloosa batters have reached base this inning, 3 doubles and 2 singles. Van Veldhuizen a lead off second. Marshall looks in that direction, now steps off. Blaze Hubler could still win this game. He could not lose it. A bunt by Kraber, foul down the first base side, and the count goes 1-2. Pitcher Cale Bollinger is on deck for Oskaloosa. Indians have almost dug themselves out of a 6-0 hole. They trail 6-5 here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 swing and a foul at the plate. Kraber stays alive, 1-2. Knoxville straight away in the outfield. Kraber, the right-handed hitter, against the right-hander Marshall. Van Veldhuizen a short lead off second. 1-2, swung on and fouled off back into the screen. Cole just getting the end of the bat on that one, and the count holds at 1-2. Indians trying to extend a 5-game winning streak. Knoxville trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Marshall will look at second out of the stretch and steps off. Van Veldhuizen 2 of 4 as a base stealer, not a real serious threat compared to some of the other Indians at least. And the 1-2. Whoa, just missed. 2-2. Kraber with a good eye there. Striegel, the right fielder, over toward the line, starting to move in a little bit. The 2-2 pitch swung on, driven into short right field, and that will drop in for a base hit. Van Veldhuizen will go to third and hold there. 6 straight hits now for the Indians in the bottom of the third. And the Indians have the runners on the corners with nobody out.
Number 15, Cale Bollinger.
Now Cale Bollinger, the pitcher, grounded out his first time up. He replaced Oskaloosa starter Jared Zerwinski, who managed to go just an inning 2/3, giving up 6 runs. Zerwinski with a chance to help his own cause here. Runners on first and third, nobody out. Marshall out of the stretch. Curve in for a strike. And Kraber will move and go to second base. He was not running right away, but between the slowness of the pitch and the slowness of the catcher responding, that gave him plenty of time to steal second. And Cole with his second stolen base of the day. And the Indians now, again, runners on second and third with nobody out. Bollinger, right-hand batter, the 0-1 swing and a miss, chasing something outside, 0-2. Catcher Charlie North on deck for Oskaloosa. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. The Indians have scored 4 times, and they've got runners on second and third. And they've cut the gap to 6-5. Marshall's 0-2. Just missed high, 1-2. Overcast night here in Oskaloosa. Hopefully the rain will hold off. Righty to righty, Marshall to Bollinger. 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of here to the right, and the count holds at 1-2. No other bullpen action for Knoxville right now. The 1-2 again. Swung on and missed it out, and the pitch was fouled off at the plate. So it's still 1-2. Bollinger had thoughts about running to first because first base was open. Is open, I should say. But the umpire is saying the ball is dead. So nobody with a chance to run. Van Veldhuizen on third, Kraber on second. 1-2 to Bollinger. Here it comes, swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the bottom of the third. And the first strikeout for Marshall rather. And this brings up the Oskaloosa catcher, Charlie North, who walked his first time up. Charlie with 10 runs batted on the season, looking to add to that total here. Could tie the game and maybe give the Indians the lead. Right-hand batter against the right-hander Marshall. First pitch low, ball one. Bodie Cox blocked that. No chance for Van Veldhuizen to advance to third. Righty to righty. Swung on, ball hit Sholey to second. They'll concede the run. The throw from Roberts to Ramsey in time for the out. Van Veldhuizen comes in to score and tie the game at 6. And on the play, Cole Kraber goes to third. So we're even at 6. Kraber at third, the go-ahead run, just 90 feet away now with 2 out, and shortstop Will Schultz stands in. He fly to center his first time up. Will swing a grounder to the third baseman. Olsen bobbles the ball, throws to first, and still got his man. And that will do it for Oskaloosa in the third, but the Indians tie it up with 5 runs on 6 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left. The Indians have stranded 3. After 3, whole new outlook on things. It's Oskaloosa 6, Knoxville 6. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Minute.
My name is Luke Harris, and I'm proud to be a local farmer. Partnering with Flight and State Bank helps me in my farming enterprise to make sound day-to-day decisions from a financial perspective because they provide the financial stability and advice that I need to run my business the way it needs to be ran.
We all need help from time to time, especially during life's health transitions. Whether you're getting back on your feet or looking for a new place to call home, Care Initiatives is here. For over 25 years, we've helped Iowans maintain independence and quality of life. Rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice care. No matter what life brings, our team of experts are ready. Care Initiatives for life's health transitions.
Oskaloosa coming back in the third with 5 runs, and we're tied at 6 now as we start the top of the 4th inning. Knoxville's leadoff man, Colton Jones, swinging the first pitch, grounder to the first baseman. Colton Butler, a couple of steps to the bag for out number 1. Jones had singled and scored and struck out on his 2 trips. Neither starting pitcher is going to figure in the decision of this game. Oskaloosa starter Jared Serwinski went an inning and 2/3, giving up 6 runs. Blaze Hubler, the Knoxville starter, 2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. Now Oskaloosa reliever Cale Bollinger throws strike 1 to Mike Hudson. Hudson with a sacrifice, and he reached on an error. Then he had an infield single, and Hudson has scored twice. Left-hand batter against the right-hander Bollinger, swing a ground ball to second. Nice high hop for Ryan Yates. He'll throw to first in time for out number 2. Very easy bounce. I mean, that's the perfect bounce you want to get as an infielder. Came up about waist high, and Ryan able to throw him out. That's 2 quick outs for Knoxville in the top of the 4th. Brings up third baseman Ben Olsen, who has doubled to drive in 2 runs and struck out. First pitch outside, ball 1. The Indians batting around in the third. The first 6 men reached base. 3 doubles and 3 singles. That's the kind of hitting this team can do. 1-0 pitch, fouled out here to the right, 1-1. Right fielder Caleb Striegel on deck for the Knoxville Panthers. They started this year with a 7-game losing streak. They have now lost 9 of their last 10. The 1-1 pitch, low 2-1. And you wonder what having a 6-0 lead and now losing that, being back into a tie game, is going to do to them emotionally. The 2-1 to Olson, outside 3-1. Bollinger with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He is not allowed a hit in 2 innings of work. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss at something outside. And no, I take that back. He got a piece of it, but it's still 3-2. Miller in center field for Oskaloosa. A bit shallow. Kraber in left is deep. The 3-2 pitch outside, ball 4. Second walk allowed by Cale Bollinger. Also the runner at first with 2 down. This brings up the cleanup hitter, Caleb Striegel, with a sacrifice and a 2-run single in his 2 trips, officially 1 for 1. Striegel now 7 RBI on the year. Olson 6 of 6 as a base stealer on first with a short lead. First pitch is grounded down the third base line, fielded by Van Veldhuizen. Rocket throw, got him! No one put a lot of mustard on that throw, and it got there in time for the out and to retire the side. Knoxville in the 4th, no runs, no hits. There was a walk, no errors, 1 left. The Panthers have stranded 4 after 3.5. Knoxville 6, Oskaloosa 6. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
For 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Keep up to date on what's going on at the Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa by joining our text club today. Simply text QPM to 64600. You will receive reminders of our sidewalk sales and other events. Also, when you join our text club, you will be entered for a chance to win a gift certificate. So join our text club today. Text QPM to 64600 and don't forget to like us on Facebook. We'll see you at the Quincy Place Mall at 1110 North Quincy Avenue in Ottumwa.
Oskaloosa with the top of the order in the 4th inning. Bottom half is they are now even with Knoxville. First pitch to Creer inside, ball 1. Wyatt is fly to left. Double to start that 5-run 3rd inning rally with a double, and he came around to score. Left-hand batter against the right-hander, Kobe Marshall. Off-speed pitch in for a strike on the outside part of the plate, 1-1. The corner outfielders, Hudson in left and Striegel in right, in a little bit. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2, as White went after something a little bit high in the zone. Bailey in center field is a couple of steps over toward left center for the left-handed hitting Wyatt Creer. The 1-2, outside 2-2. Creer followed by second baseman Ryan Yates and center fielder Tyler Miller here in the bottom of the 4th as the Indians look to break a 6-all tie. Marshall out of the windup. 2-1, hit high in the air to right field. That is going to sail foul. And the count holds 2-2. A little too much pull there. Wyatt hit a home run this season. Had designs on number 1 there. 2-2 to Creer, off-speed pitch. Line just over the third baseman's head in a left field for a base hit. Creer around first, but holds there as the ball comes back into the infield.
Bring up Oskaloosa second baseman. number
8th hit of the day for the Indians and the second for Wyatt Creer. Creer going to the opposite field. Line it over the third baseman Olson's head. So a leadoff single for the Indians brings up second baseman Ryan Yates, who singled and scored last time up. He's also grounded out. Go ahead run on first. Marshall will step back off the mound. The rubber. Creer with a lead off first. Throw to first, and Wyatt dives back safely. Creer 14 of 14 as a base stealer. Marshall out of the stretch. First pitch to Yates, in for a strike, 0-1. Tyler Miller, the center fielder, on deck. Knoxville 6, Oskaloosa 6. Oskaloosa batting in the bottom of the fourth. 0-1 pitch. Yates with a bunt and a nice one. The pitcher comes off the mound, bobbled it, throws in time for the out. So Ryan completes the sacrifice. 1-3, pitcher to the first baseman, and on the play, Wyatt Creer goes to second. Well executed small ball by the Indians. So the go-ahead run, Creer now on second base with one out. And Tyler Miller stands in. He's got a double and a single. And Tyler scored a run last inning. The right-hander to the right-hander pitches in for a strike. 0-1. And Coach Matt Miller comes out of the Knoxville dugout for a discussion. No activity in the Knoxville bullpen. So if there is a pitching change, it would be somebody who's already on the field. Home plate umpire coming out to the mound to say, let's break things up, boys. Knoxville 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Oskaloosa 1 in the second and 5 in the third. And the Indians batting in the bottom of the fourth in a 6-6 game. Wyatt Creer, the runner on second with one out. One strike pitch to center fielder Tyler Miller, who's looking for his third hit of the day. Tyler slightly open stance in the right-hand batter's box. Here's a bunt. Hard bunt toward between the mound and third. Marshall will field the ball but won't have a play. That'll be a bunt single for Tyler Miller. And the Indians with runners at the corners and one out. So that keeps the possibility of a sacrifice fly alive with Miller on base with his third hit of the day. And he's got 2 stolen bases already today. If you're Knoxville, you got to be worried about Tyler trying to steal second. And maybe you get a bad throw. First baseman Colton Butler stands in. He has walked and hit a 2-run double, officially 1 for 1. Left-hand batter against the right-hander Marshall. First pitch is low. Tyler Miller goes to second, and they will not try to throw. Third steal of the day for Tyler Miller. That's 11 of 14 for him now in the season. His third of the day. And the Indians with 5 stolen bases in this game, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on second and third, one out, and a 1-0 count to Butler. Here it comes. Curve floats too high and actually hit him. And the bases are loaded. Must have just grazed the jersey. Because if the ball hits your jersey, even if it doesn't make contact with your body, it still counts as though it hit you. And you get to take your base. And the Indians out with the bases loaded. and 1 out, and third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen standing in. Knoxville put the infield in with 1 out, trying to keep the game tied at 6. Marshall, a long look from the stretch. Pitch is well outside, ball 1. Nice stab by the catcher, Cox. Creer on third, Miller on second, Butler on first. Trying to break a 6-all tie. 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit high in the air to right field. Striegel is going back, and it's over his head and goes to the fence. Creer scores. Miller is scoring. And the throw to the plate was high, trying to get Miller. 2 runs in, and the Indians are up 8-6. Butler holding at second. Van Veldhuizen, a 2-run single, his second and third RBI of the day, and the Indians are up 8-6, their first lead of the night. So the comeback complete after being down 6-0 in the second inning. Still just 1 out with runners on first and second. And now Cole Kraber, the left fielder, stands in. Cole with a walk and a single and a couple of stolen bases and a run scored. Curve floats in for a strike. 0-1. Indians scoring twice here in the bottom of the fourth, and room to do more with men on first and second. The 0-1 pitch just missed, ball 1. Pitcher Cale Bollinger on deck for the Indians. Marshall takes a long look between pitches. The 1-1. Off-speed pitch, hit in the hole to right for a base hit. Here is Butler around third. He will score. And now there's a throw to third. They've got Van Veldhuizen caught, and they are able to make a tag. And that will at least allow Kraber to get to second.
Brings in Butler. Van Veldhuizen caught the rundown. 2 outs in the inning. Kraber advances on the throw.
Kraber with an RBI, his 6th of the season. Butler scores to make it a 9-6 Oskaloosa lead. Van Veldhuizen got trapped between second and third and was caught in a rundown. That'll be the second out of the inning. Kraber, the runner on second. This brings up Cale Bollinger, who has grounded out and struck out. A 5-run rally for Oskaloosa in the third. Here's a swing and a ball hitting a short right field. Coming in is Striegel, the right fielder, and he'll make the grab to retire the side. But not before Oskaloosa take the lead. 3 runs. 4 hits. No errors. 1 runner left. The Indians have stranded 4. 4 complete. Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 6. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Staying healthy has just gotten quicker and easier. Pella Regional Health Center's walk-in clinic is there when you need it. And now you can reserve your spot with convenient online reservations. Goodbye waiting room. Hello walk-in reservations. Go to www.pellahealth.org/walk-in to reserve your spot at Pella Regional's walk-in clinic. Pella Regional Health Center, providing healthcare and healing services with Christian compassion.
After 4 innings, Knoxville 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Oskaloosa 9 runs on 11 hits, and they've committed 2 errors. Now R.J. Roberts, the second baseman, stands in and looks at a pitch low, ball 1. Cale Bollinger now in position to get a win. He's gone 2 1/3 innings, hasn't given up a hit. He's walked 2 and struck out 1. 1-0 pitch, misses outside 2-0. Roberts followed by center fielder Carter Bailey and first baseman Cal Ramsey, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Knoxville here on the top of the 7th, or top of the 5th rather. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. The 2-0 just missed high 3-0. And there is a little activity now near the Knoxville dugout because that area is not that well lit. I can't tell who it is that's throwing. So we may see a pitching change in the bottom of the 6th. And the 3-0 pitch gets away to the backstop, ball 4. Roberts will go to first on the walk. He was hit by a pitch in his first 2 trips, so he still has yet to have an official at bat. And Oskaloosa coach Bill Ullman is out of the dugout. Will we have a pitching change here? That last pitch really got away. Roberts, the runner on first. The third leadoff man to get on base for Knoxville today in 5 tries. The last 2 times they've, or the other 2 times they've had their leadoff runner on, that man has gone on to score. Indians would like to stop that trend here as center fielder Carter Bailey stands in. He has struck out twice. Knoxville trailing 9-6 in the top of the 5th. Bollinger a look at first as he works from the stretch. Right-hander to right-hander, pitches inside, ball 1. Bailey was thinking bunt and he had to retreat. Butler at first holding with the runner Roberts. Bailey again showing bunt, but he swings away, hits one in the center field. Tyler Miller going back, and he'll watch it go. Carter Bailey going deep to straightaway center. His 2nd homer of the year, runs batted in 8 and 9. And Knoxville coming back to make it a 9-8 game. He got all of that one. This will bring up the first baseman for Knoxville, Kyle Ramsey, who was walked and popped to second. Still no one out here in the top of the 5th. Oskaloosa's lead, which they just got last inning, is now down to 1 at 9-8. First pitch to Ramsey, outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch, outside. No, they call it a strike, 1-1. Look, it was like it was on the outer part of the plate. Called for a strike, 1-1. Indians a bit shallow in the outfield. Ramsey's 1-1 pitch missed, 2-1. Catcher Bodie Cox on deck for Knoxville. Still nobody out here on the top of the 5th. The 2-1. Swing and a miss by Ramsey, 2-2. Cale Bollinger in his first appearance of the season on the mound for Oskaloosa. Stands to get the win if the Indians hold on to the lead. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3 as Ramsey went fishing for something well outside. For the first out of the inning, that's the 2nd strikeout for Bollinger. This brings up catcher Bodie Cox, who was fouled out and flied out in 2 trips. Stocky right-handed batter stands in against the right-hander Bollinger. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Cox, who was swinging, looking to tie this game up. Middle infielders, Yates at second, Schultz at short on the edge of the grass. And the 0-1 pitch in for a strike, 0-2. DH Logan Clark next to hit for Knoxville. Bollinger's 0-2, high 1-2. Indians looking for their second win in as many games after they won at Pella Christian last night. The 1-2, again going after something outside, half swing. The base umpire says no, and the count goes 2-2. Cox, right-handed batter, stands tall at the plate, waving the bat. 2-2 pitches high, 3-2. No activity in Oskaloosa's bullpen. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bollinger. 2 down in the top of the 5th. And 3 strikeouts on the game for the sophomore. Brings up the DH Logan Clark, who singled and scored, walked, and was caught stealing to end the 3rd inning. Officially 1 for 1. First pitch outside, ball 1. Knoxville had a 6-0 lead after an inning and a half. Oskaloosa has made it a 9-6 game, but now a 2-run homer by Bailey here in the top of the 5th has made it 9-8. Next pitch to Clark, high 2-0. Shortstop Colton Jones in the top of the order on deck for Knoxville. 2-0 pitch, missed inside 3-0. Clark came into the day hitting .206. Right-hand batter standing tall in the box. The 3-0, outside ball 4. 4th walk allowed by Bollinger. That will be, he has yet to give up, no, he's given up 1 hit. That was the home run by Bailey earlier this inning. This will bring up the top of the order, and shortstop Colton Jones, who has singled and scored, struck out and grounded out. Clark representing the tying run on first. Jones, the junior right-hander, stands in. Takes strike 1. Kraber in left field in a step or 2. Miller in center about average depth. And average depth for Creer in right field. He's given a bit of the line to the right-handed hitting Colton Jones. The 0-1 swung on, hit slowly to second. Yates has to let the runner go by, picks up the ball, throws, got him to retire the side. Again, Ryan had to wait for that ball to get there first because it was hit so slowly, and then he also had to wait for the base runner Clark to run by so he could pick it up. But that retires the side. Knoxville in the 5th, 2 runs on 1 hit, the home run from Bailey. There was also a walk, no errors, 1 runner left. Knoxville is stranded 5. After 4.5, Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Hello, this is Wade Davidson, owner of Rock Island Tap, and I want to invite you to come down and check out the tap. We are excited to offer you 59 various beer selections, including 24 craft and domestic beers. We not only offer unique beers, but we can get you mixed drinks, wine, and my famous vodka and Jameson Bloody Marys. We are looking forward to offering lots of events and live music. You're going to want to keep updated on all activities and live music, so be sure to like us on Rock Island Tap Facebook page or call 641-676-ROCK for more information. Come on down to the Rock Island Tap, relax, and enjoy a few with us.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
Knoxville has made a pitching change. Ben Olson moves from third base to the mound to replace Kobe Marshall. And coming into the game to play third base is Evan Eck. The designated hitter was batting for the Knoxville pitcher, so Eck will remain being used by the DH. Charlie North, the catcher, swinging the first pitch, hits in the center field, and it's caught by Carter Bailey for out number 1.
They'll bring up Oskaloosa shortstop, number 3, Will Schultz.
So 1 up and 1 down for Oskaloosa. This brings up the shortstop, Will Schultz, who has flied out and grounded out in 2 trips. First pitch to Will, fouled out here to the right, strike 1. Kobe Marshall in 2 innings gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. He didn't walk anybody. He hit 1 and struck out 1 in his 2 innings. Ben Olson as a pitcher, this is his 6th game of the year, 0-1 with no saves. The 1-1 to Schultz in for strike 1 and 2. Olson, 7 innings pitched, allowed 13 hits, 11 runs, 6 earned, an earned run average of 6. He's walked 8 and struck out 2. Opponents hitting .295 against him. 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. And Olson pitched against the Indians in the second game of that doubleheader back on May the 30th. 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Will chased something that was well outside. First strikeout for Olson. 2 up and 2 down for Oskaloosa in the bottom of the 5th. This brings up the top of the order, and right fielder Wyatt Creer flied to left, doubled and scored, singled and scored. So officially 2 for 3 with 2 scored. Olson started the second game of that doubleheader in Knoxville, went 4 innings, took the loss, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, walked 2 and struck out 3. Creer, left-handed batter against the right-hander. Eck looks at a pitch that just got the outside corner for strike 1. Marshall stands to take the loss for Knoxville if this score holds up. Cale Bollinger would get the win. Here's a swing and a foul. Out of here to the left, count goes 0-2. Wyatt again going after a pitch that was on the outside part of the plate. Swing and a 0-2 pitch in the air to right field. Coming over toward right center is the right fielder Striegel to make the grab and retire the side. For the first time tonight, the Indians are 3 up and 3 down. After 5, it's Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Back in a minute, this is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa and the No Coast Network.
Why is C First Credit Union growing so fast? Because Andy got a great rate on his new truck for him and his best buddy. Because Derek and Stephanie's checking account includes opportunities to qualify for some serious cash. And Matt joined C First because his best friends recommended it. And they were right about sushi. It all adds up. Save with us, borrow with us, grow with us. Because together is better.
Fred's Muffler Shop in Oskaloosa has been a family-owned and operated business for over 55 years and is proud to support our community and the student athletes in it. Fred's Muffler provides their customers with bumper-to-bumper quality work done with hometown dependability and competitive prices. Come see what's new at Fred's Muffler Shop in the brand new showroom located at 1214 A Avenue West in Oskaloosa.
After 5 innings, Knoxville 8 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. Oskaloosa 9 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. Knoxville come to bat here in the top of the 6th. They led 6-0 at one stage. They now trail 9-8. And they'll have their 2-3-4 hitters coming up. Left fielder Mike Hudson to start it off, then the pitcher Ben Olson, and right fielder Caleb Striegel. Hudson, a left-hand batter, stands in against Cale Bollinger. First pitch is high, ball one, and Hudson had duck away from that. Hudson sacrificed, but reached on an error and scored. Had an infield single, and he's grounded to second. Officially 1 of 2. Bollinger, the right-hander, to the left-handed hitting Hudson. Swing and a miss at a pitch on the outer part of the plate, 1-1. Bollinger has gone 3 1/3 innings in relief of starter Jared Serwinski. He's allowed just 1 hit. That was the 2-run homer to Bailey last inning. 1-1 pitch fouled out of here to the left, 1-2. Bollinger has walked 4 and struck out 3. Hudson slightly closed stance. The 1-2 pitch swung on, hit in the air, not very far. The shortstop, Schultz, will catch it on the edge of the grass for out number 1.
Number 2 pitcher, Ben Olson.
This will bring up the pitcher, Ben Olson, who has a 2-run double. He has struck out and walked, officially 1 for 2. No activity in Oskaloosa's bullpen. Bollinger may be asked to finish this. We'll have to wait and see. First pitch to Olson, missed inside, ball 1. Knoxville trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Oskaloosa looking to extend a 5-game winning streak. 1-0, low 2-0. Tyler Miller in center a little shallow. The corner outfielders, Kraber in left and Creer in right. Back a couple of steps. The 2-0 swung on, fouled over and out. 2-1 the count now on Ben Olson, who started the day playing third base. Moved to the mound last inning. Starter Blaze Hubler went 2 innings, gave up 6 runs. Kobe Marshall went 2 innings and gave up 3 runs. The 2-1 to Olson, well outside, 3-1. Indians with 2 games tomorrow at Grinnell, then a game back at home on Thursday. And you've got to prepare for that possibility and not listen to the forecast. You've got to wait to see if it actually does rain. The 3-1 pitch inside from all 4. So a 1-out walk by Olson brings up right fielder Caleb Striegel with a sacrifice, a 2-run single, and a ground out. And Oskaloosa coach Bill Almond is coming out of the first base dugout. And Nick Dykstra is coming into the ball game too, so we are going to see some musical chairs on the field. A pitching change for Oskaloosa in the top of the 6th inning. Knoxville with a runner on first and 1 out. And Oskaloosa leading Knoxville 9-8. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Water is more than just a source of life. We have fun with it, clean with it, grow with it, save lives with it. How water gets to us is rarely ever thought about. But at Clow Valve Company, water is never taken for granted. We design and build some of the most advanced water valves and hydrants in the world from one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest facilities in the United States. Clow Valve Company, it's more.
For all your home and business pest management needs, call Certified Pest Control of Oskaloosa. Beth and I offer better prices, better service, same-day responses, and satisfaction guaranteed. We are the only pest control company locally owned and operated. Remember, termites on your property will lead to wood structural damage. So call now for your termite inspection and ask about termite pre-treatment of new construction. We also offer bed bug heat treatments. For seasonal or monthly pest control at the guaranteed lowest prices in the area, call Certified Pest Control, 641-295-0700. We are licensed to kill.
Colton Butler moves from first base to the mound for Oskaloosa. And more changes with that. Ryan Yates will move from second base to first base. Cole Kraber will move from left field to second base. Nick Dykstra enters the game to play left field. He will bat in Bollinger's spot, the number 7 spot on the batting order. And for left-hander Colton Butler, this will be his 8th appearance of the season. 3 wins and a loss with 1 save. In 20 2/3 innings, he's given up 12 hits, 5 runs, only 1 earned for a very good earned run average of 0.34. Colton has walked 5 and struck out 18. Opposing batters hitting just 167 off him. And now Caleb Striegel, swing and a miss, and strike 1 on the first pitch from Butler. Olsen on first with a short lead. Butler, the left-hander from the stretch. 0-1 pitch is lined. Caught by the second baseman. Throw to first. Double play. There's a quick way to get out of trouble. Soft liner to second. Kraber in his first action at second base. Caught the soft line drive. Olsen was trapped off first. And an easy double play. 4-3 double play. Knoxville in the 6th, nothing across after 5.5. It's still Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Amber Coffee.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. For sound financial advice, contact your local Edward Jones professional today. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia is dedicated to providing their customers with friendly service. Falvey Lumber and Hardware values your business and has made it their mission to provide reliable products and services with their customer-driven approach. Falvey's courteous professional team is able to support a range of services to meet your requirements. Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia. In Eddyville, call 969-4814 or Albia 932-2150.
Ryan Yates, now the first baseman for Oskaloosa, stands in. And the bottom of the 6th, and the first pitch from Ben Olsen is low ball 1. Yates grounded to second, singled and scored, and with a sacrifice, so Ryan officially 1 for 2 with a run scored. Olsen's 1-0 pitch misses outside 2-0. Final pitching line on Oskaloosa's Cale Bollinger, 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 hit. That was the home run to Bailey in the 5th. 2-0 pitch, in for a strike, 2-1. Bollinger giving up 2 runs, both earned. He walked 5 and struck out 3. Bollinger in position to get the win. 2-1 to Yates, swing and a miss, 2-2. Yates followed by center fielder Tyler Miller and pitcher Colton Butler, the 2-3-4 batters for Oskaloosa in the bottom of the 6th. Indians with a 9-8 lead. Yates, right-hand batter, slightly open stance, 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled into the screen. Count holds it 2-2. Ryan will play baseball next spring at Kirkwood Community College, where he will focus on pitching. The 2-2 to Yates. Swung on in the air to right center field. Going to be trouble. That will drop in for a base hit. Bailey doing a nice job of keeping the ball in front of him. He had a long run to go to get to that ball into right center. Just not able to do it. So Ryan Yates with a leadoff single. That's 12 hits now for Oskaloosa tonight. Brings up center fielder Tyler Miller, who has doubled, singled, and singled. He's driven in a run and scored 2. Indians could use a little insurance here in the bottom of the 6th with a 9-8 lead. Yates takes his lead, and the first pitch is an off-speed pitch in for a strike. Tyler also with 3 stolen bases tonight, giving him 11 on the year. Yates with a lead off first. 0-1, in for a strike, 0-2. Ben Olsen came out in the 5th, had a perfect 1-2-3 inning, has given up a leadoff single here to start the bottom of the 6th. The right-hander with a look at first. And time is, Olsen steps off the rubber. Ryan Yates has not tried a stolen base this year. Because of when he pitches, he's taken out for a courtesy runner. Here's a swing and a ball in the left field, and that will fall in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Yates will hold up at second, so the Indians start with back-to-back singles in the bottom of the 6th. And Tyler Miller now 4 for 4 on the day. And that'll put his average into the 400 area code. Here is pitcher Colton Butler, who has walked, doubled a drive in 2 runs, and was hit by a pitch. Left-hand batter against the right-hander Olsen. Butler showing bunt. The ball gets away from the catcher, and that allowed the runners to go up to second and third. The pitch was inside. Colton had to back away from that. And the wild pitch allows Yates to go to third and Tyler Miller to second. So the Indians with runners on second and third and nobody out. 1-0 the count on Butler. Knoxville bring the infield in with nobody out. Olsen gets the sign. The 1-0 off-speed pitch floats high, 2-0. Knoxville outfield straight away. Deepest in center field with Bailey. The 2-0 swung on, sliced foul to the left. Count goes to 2-1. Third baseman Noah Van Velde has it on deck. Indians looking to add to a 9-8 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Yates on third, Miller on second with nobody out. 2-1 to Colton Butler. Here's Olsen's 2-1 pitch. In the dirt, 3-1. Cox had a little trouble trying to find that ball, but fortunately it stayed at his feet and no chance for either runner to advance. Now time called, and they are going to go for the intentional walk and put Butler on first.
Intentional pass to Butler loads the bases.
So the base is now loaded for Oskaloosa with nobody out. Third baseman Noah Van Veldhuizen stands in. Noah has fly to right, double to drive in a run, single to drive in 2 runs. Those were the go-ahead runs in the 4th inning as Oskaloosa came back from their 6-0 early deficit to take the lead. The infield still in for Knoxville. The first pitch to Van Velde is an outside ball 1. Noah now up to 13 RBI on the year to go along with 2 home runs. The 1-0 swung on, sliced foul to the right. Count evens 1-1. Second baseman Cole Kraber on deck for the Indians. Knoxville had 4 in the first, 2 in the second. Oskaloosa got 1 back in the second, then 5 in the third to tie the game, 3 in the 4th to take the lead. Knoxville back with 2 in their half of the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 6th now. 1-1 pitch outside 2-1. And no place to put Van Veldhuizen. Olsen, the right-hander, will work from a windup. The 2-1 swung on, hit in the air to center field. Coming in to make the grab is Bailey. The throw coming into the plate, and out is Yates, who was trying to score. Nice throw by the center fielder Bailey. Did well to make the catch. So that's 2 outs now for the Indians. They still have Miller at second and Butler at first, but now with 2 out. And this brings up the pitcher Cole Kraber. Walked and scored, singled, and singled a drive in a run. Officially a 2 for 2 day for Cole. Kraber, a right-hand batter against the right-hander Ben Olson, who will again work out of the stretch. And they will intentionally walk Kraber, the second intentional walk of the inning. So they're going to load the bases. Millard to third, Butler to second, Kraber on first. Now the left fielder Nick Dykstra will stand in. This will be his first at bat of the game, and that may be the idea of what Knoxville coach Matt Miller wanting to do here, bring up somebody who's coming into the game cold. Nick just came into the game defensively last inning. First pitch is low, ball one. The ball getting away from the catcher. He can't find it, but the ball never leaves the home plate circle, so no chance for anybody to advance. Ball one. Nick, a senior, hitting 156, 5 for 32, no homers, 2 runs batted in. He's also been hit by a pitch 5 times to lead the team. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Dykstra replacing Cale Bollinger, who went 0 for 3. Right-hand batter against the right-hander Olson. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Indians with the bases loaded. Miller on third, Butler on second, Kraber on first. The 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Knoxville get out of a big jam. The Indians, no runs, 2 hits, there were 2 walks. The Indians leave the bases loaded. They've stranded 7. We have played 6. It's Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Oskaloosa Vision Center's hometown doctors have strong roots in Oskaloosa and are dedicated to serving the community. We use state-of-the-art equipment to provide high-quality, professional eye care through comprehensive eye exams, medical care for eye infection and disease treatment, as well as emergency aid and pre- and post-operative care. With our large variety of prescription glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses, we strive to meet the needs of all patients, from newborn to adult. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Oskaloosa 3 outs away from getting their 6th consecutive win and moving to 11-4 on the season. They lead Knoxville 9-8 as the Panthers come to bat in the top of the 7th. Second baseman R.J. Roberts stands in, the number 5 hitter for the Panthers, who will be followed by center fielder Carter Bailey and first baseman Kyle Ramsey. And the first pitch to Roberts, in for a strike. Roberts has twice been hit by a pitch, and he's walked once, so he's still looking for his first at bat of the day, but he has scored twice and stolen a couple of bases. 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled out here to the right, 0-2. Colton Butler looking for his 2nd save of the year. He got a big help to get out of a jam in the 6th inning as Striegel lined into a double play to second. The 0-2 pitch is outside, 1-2. Lefty to righty. The 1-2 outside, 2-2. Knoxville trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. 2-2 is low, 3-2. Knoxville had a 6-0 lead after an inning and a half. After 3 innings, it was tied at 6. Oskaloosa had a 9-6 lead after 4. Knoxville has cut it to 9-8. Here's a swing and a miss on the 3-2 pitch, strike 3. Roberts chasing something out of the zone. First strikeout for Butler, one down for Knoxville in the top of the 7th. This brings up the center fielder Carter Bailey, who has struck out twice and hit a 2-run homer his last time up. Hit that to straightaway center. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. Bailey now with 2 home runs on the season and 9 runs batted in. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Colton coming up with the heat. Butler works quickly, 1-1. Curve misses high, 2-1. Dykstra in left field. Maybe a step in. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Schultz at short, Kraber at second back on the edge of the grass. 2-2 pitch sails outside, 3-2. First baseman Kyle Ramsey is next for Knoxville. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Butler this inning, and Knoxville now down to their last out. Kyle Ramsey, the first baseman, stands in. He has walked, popped to second, and struck out. Knoxville trailing 9-8. They need a base runner. The Indians need an out for the win. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1, sailed outside, 1-1. That one really seemed to get away from Butler. Knoxville with a 2-run homer by Bailey, a 2-run single from Striegel, the big hits for them. Here's a swing and a foul out of play, and the count goes 1-2. Knoxville now down to their final strike. Butler, the left-hander, working out of the stretch. The 1-2. Swing and a foul out here to the right, and the count holds at 1-2. Knoxville would drop to 4-19 on the year. Oskaloosa would improve to 11-4 if this 9-8 Oskaloosa lead holds up. The 1-2. Swing and a foul into the screen. Ramsey stays alive. It's still 1-2. Now the plate umpire getting some fresh baseballs. The 1-2 from Butler. High and away, 2-2. A little bit quiet here at the ballpark. The 2-2. Ball is in the dirt, gets away from North, the catcher, and the count goes to 3-2. Ramsey would be the tying run if he gets on base. And catcher Bodie Cox is on deck. The 3-2. Low ball 4. Second time Ramsey has walked tonight. So he is the tying run. And now catcher Bodie Cox, the potential go-ahead run. And Knoxville will have a pinch runner. Gage Rowley, a freshman, will come in to be a pinch runner. A logical move. Ramsey, more of a stocky type player. Rowley looks like, if we're judging a book by its cover, it looks like Rowley would be more likely to be a guy that could go from first to third and a hit. Now Cox stands in. He has fouled out, flied out, and struck out. First pitch outside, 1-0. Ramsey with the walk, the first base runner that Colton Butler has allowed, the 1-0. Check swing foul toward the Oskaloosa dugout on the first base side. Count evens 1-1. Knoxville looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. Oskaloosa looking to extend a 5-game winning streak. Indians straight away in the outfield for the right-handed hitting Cox. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. He was a little ahead of that pitch. And Knoxville again down to their last strike. Rowley the runner on first. The 1-2 swung on, fouled over and back, and the count holds it 1-2. As the game passes the 2-hour mark. Butler's 1-2 just outside 2-2. Cox hoping to get on so that Logan Clark, the DH, would have a chance to bat here on the top of the 7th. 2-2, swung on, fouled over and back again. And the count holds it 2-2. Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Knoxville with a runner on first and 2 out on the top of the 7th. Panthers down to their last strike. Butler's 2-2, swung on, fouled over and back, no chance. And the count holds it 2-2 again. We are going through an awful lot of baseballs tonight. And I'm guessing some fans here may be going through a lot of fingernails as well. Rowley the runner on first, the 2-2. Ball in the dirt, North trying to find it, he does. No chance for Rowley to advance. And the count goes full 3-2. Butler's 3-2, outside ball 4. And now the go-ahead run is on for Knoxville in the top of the 7th. Rowley on second, Cox on first. And Oskaloosa coach Bill Ullman comes to the mound for a conference. Or will he make a pitching change? 2 down, runners on first and second. And the number 9 hitter, DH Logan Clark, set to bat. Coach Matt Miller in the third base coaching box for Knoxville having a chat with who I believe is Clark. I can't quite tell the number in his back. And Clark is indeed the hitter. Right-hand batter, Clark has singled and scored and walked twice. 1 for 1 officially. Rowley the tying run at second. Cox the runner at first. Oskaloosa up 9-8, top of the 7th with 2 down. And another pinch runner for Knoxville coming in to run at first is Seth Walraven, a freshman. So a logical step to have someone who looks more like a fast runner on the bases. Because any contact that Clark makes, these guys are going to be running with 2 out. Knoxville down 9-8. Butler's first pitch in for a strike. Knoxville led it 6-0. Oskaloosa tied it at 6 in the 3rd inning, then took the lead 9-6. Here's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Knoxville got 2 in the 5th to make it a 9-8 game. That's where it is now, and Knoxville again down to their last strike. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and this one is over. Oskaloosa get their 6th straight win with a little bit of drama. Knoxville in the 7th, no runs, no hits. They were 2 walks, 2 runners left. The Panthers strand 7. Our final score, Oskaloosa 9, Knoxville 8. Back in a minute. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball. We'll make that a 2-minute break. This is Oskaloosa Indians baseball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network. How are we in spots anyway?
Last year, the Bank Iowa team completed almost 9,000 community service hours. Oofta! That's more hours than a year contains. It's refreshing to see a bank that cares. That's actually why I chose to bank with Bank Iowa. They're a local bank that invests in community, and the community that matters most is the one that we're both a part of. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn more about our personal, commercial, and agricultural banking services, or go online to bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Your station for classic hits and local programming is 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Hear artists like Hart, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Journey, and many more. KMZN is also where you'll find the Game of the Week. Wake up with Bob's Morning Brew weekdays at 6 a.m. and catch Brother Dave in the afternoon. It's all on 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Listen online at radiokmzn.com and with the free smartphone app available at Google Play and the iStore. Hey, did you know there's a great way to shop your local businesses and save money? It's called Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo. You'll find gift certificates at discounted prices from businesses like your Oskaloosa Hy-Vee, Mahaska Drug, Brown Shoe Fit, Nailed It, Book Vault, and many more Oskaloosa and area businesses. Shop local and save big at Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo to start saving today.
The final totals tonight, Oskaloosa 9 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They left 7 on base. Knoxville 8 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 7. The winning pitcher, Cale Bollinger, in his first appearance on the mound for Oskaloosa, he went 3 2/3 innings in relief of starter Jarrett Zerwinski. Cale giving up 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 5 and struck out 3. The save goes to Colton Butler, going inning in a third. Did not allow a hit. He did allow 2 walks in the top of the 7th, but he also got 3 strikeouts in that inning to finish things off. And Butler went inning in 2/3, I beg your pardon, to get his 2nd save of the year. Losing pitcher was Kobe Marshall, who came in relief for the starter Blaze Hubler, who went 2 innings. Marshall in his 2 innings gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Hubler, the starter, went 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Ben Olson pitching the final 2 innings. He gave up 2 hits and 2 intentional walks, but no runs, and he struck out 2. Oskaloosa improved to 11-4 in the season. They have won 6 in a row now and 8 of their last 9. For Knoxville, a tough loss. They dropped to 4-19 on the year, and they have now lost 6 in a row and 10 of their last 11. Knoxville with a day off. The Panthers will be back in action Thursday night at Albia. As for Oskaloosa, assuming the weather holds out, the Indians will be at Grinnell for a doubleheader tomorrow night. That's scheduled to start at 5:30. We'll not have a broadcast of that for you, but we will be here with you on Thursday night when the Indians baseball team takes on Dallas Center Grimes. with the Indians trailing the Mustangs by just half a game in the Little Hawkeye Conference standings. Depending on what, if anything, happens tomorrow, if we get games in or if we have a bunch of rainouts. But it should be a very critical game here at Oskaloosa, and if you're not able to make it here for the 7:30 game, we invite you to join us on KBOE-FM and KBOEradio.com. We'll have the pregame coverage starting at 7:15 on Thursday night. That is going to do it for us here at Oskaloosa High School. Thanks to Kenny Jones back at Mission Control. Thanks to Titus Lutzring and the Oskaloosa video production crew for taking care of the pictures tonight on our video feed. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Joe Lancello. The final score here tonight, Oskaloosa come back from a 6-0 deficit and beat Knoxville 9-8. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Oskaloosa Indians Baseball on the No Coast Network. Brought to you by Bank Iowa, Clow Valve Company, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Pella Printing, Robert Ald Investments, Malcolm Lumber, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Certified Pest Control, Community First Credit Union, Fred's Muffler Shop, Hawkeye Real Estate, Pella Regional Health Center, Edward Jones Investments, Falvey Lumber and Hardware, Mahaska Drug, Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa, Lighton State Bank, Northern Mahaska Specialty Care Center, and the Rock Island Tap. Your Keys to the Game sponsor is Craig Ford. This has been a presentation of the No Coast Network.